Guys, back with another round of Facebook Scrabble games. Let's go straight back into this one. If you'd remembered my move on the last turn, we picked up emitted straight out of the bag, makes it easy. I do have a bonus here, so if you wanted to think about it yourself for a bit, do pause the video. I'm going to go straight into it. So I think for some reason I wanted that. It's not right. But the easy one is the 7. So re-inked, and this will just go here. Not sure. Deer skin if there was an S. Tinkered from the T. Maybe something through the PI, something fancy. Even the UM. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Let's have a quick look. Let's use Zizvar for a bit. I just want to see if there was anything through the UM. So, re-inked. Oop. Let's bring it down here. Re-inked. And then there was the UM and the PI. No. And even less likely the HE. Ugh. Ugh. No. Okay. So I think I pretty much got the best I could out of that. So what else does it go with? We saw the T. Deer skin, we saw jinkered, nickered, snickered, like that one. Relinked. Yeah. So we found everything, which was the whole 2. But we got the important one. Might have a bonus here. Almost enigmatic or something. Asium. I'll get to it in the next video, but anemic, cinema. Okay, well, I'll see. Let's go to the next game. Zaire is easy here. Is there anything I can play onto this U? Is there a bonus? Don't think there's a bonus. The ZU is what I want to get rid of, or just Z. If I can get it. If I could get rid of the Z for like 30, which I can, might just play that then. This is a good little things. Is there any sort of other bonus here? No. I think that's going to be as good as we can do. Better than Zaire because you're keeping really nice letters on your rack. Tincture. If my opponent doesn't take the spot, good. Good for a bonus next turn. Rutilant for an L. Rutilant would be good. Oops, that's not how you spell it. Rutilant. Any 7s? Any 7s? Rain. Almost rain suit, one of my bogey words that I seem to miss a lot of the time. Okay. Alright, we'll move on to the next game. Can't use the spot. Can't use any of these spots. Well, that's annoying. Kale. Kale would work. Haka. Can't quite do it. Luck. L-A-K-H. KA is a possibility. Don't think this is. It's not right, is it? No. Okay, so there I was. I'm looking at something like here. So, okay, well, let's see. This gets 37, which is a lot of points. I'm looking at a KN here. Canal? Nah, don't think so. There is a American player called Mike Canis. No. So if, theoretically I'd get a little bit more. Might be a safer play. It'd have to be a hen. I can't think of anything here. Maybe Aka is a better play. Now, okay, so the reasoning is it stops someone getting this like a huge play here because it makes this harder. It also stops them getting a huge play across there, so it kind of blocks out the board. If I were to look at the alternative for Hale, that's not bad. Kale even. Whoa. Difficult. What would you do? I like this one, to be honest, because it closes out the board. I'm going to go with that one. It's less risky, I think. I think it's less risky. So I'm going to go to this game in a minute. Even though this scored a couple more points, it just made it really easy for my opponent to score, and if you can make it harder for your opponent to score in a game, then the better. Let's go to this one because we might get another turn out of them. Oh, amoebic. Amaxin. This is the word I'm looking at. Amaxin, and the word I said just then, amoebic. Also spelt that way. Menace. Snemides. I think there's a Snemides. This one? Yeah. So because it comes from there? Yeah. So don't quite have the letters for that. Snyder is not quite possible. Well, it is if I score nothing, so there's also this word. Kamaina. Don't have quite the letters. Maina. Is that it? Yeah, it's only with a K and it's double. Okay, I'll stop right now. So the X is a threat, but it doesn't matter. I can't block it out because this will get played anyway. All right. Well, what can I play? It looks very promising, doesn't it? And I don't think my study is up to this point. So I don't know everything off the top of my head. Oh, I'd really like to bonus here. It's almost amnesiac. Icemen? Do we like Icemen? Iceman? We'll play Iceman. It's almost as good as a bonus. you're going to scowl at me, it's going to scowl at me. So what do you think? You can pause the video if you want to think about it. So we have Iceman, E, nothing, BLH. Okay. Oh, B. Oh, there we go, B. Oh, bugger. I didn't look to the B hard enough. I should have known that one. So, ambience. This is a new one for me. Chimenea and Cameline. A new Cameline, no L. Anything special? No, not really. Mescaline. Mincemeat, that's pretty cute. Endomebic. Okay, so ambience would have scored me 102, so it was probably worth the extra letter. Oh, that's annoying. Can you spell ambiance as well? Ambiance? Yes. Oh well. Playing too fast again. We'll learn one day. Probably in a tournament situation, I would be thinking about that for another 5 or 10 minutes, but just to make sure that I didn't. Maybe if I hadn't spotted Iceman, I might have looked longer. But the B wasn't obvious to play through. All right. Wow. I think you have this. No. That is. Whoa. Well, what would you play? Should you play Husk? It's going to be a huge turn, whatever it is. Okay, so let's look at this statistically. I've got 2 of 3 of the S's, a blank, but there are lots of D's, and D's go on both of them. Oh. How about a cat? So many options. So 41, 61, 59. I'm more tempted to play Husk because it gets, I don't really know why. I do. Oh. Okay, so I'll play here because there's more that can go here and more that can go here. It might hamstring me for the next turn. That is a risk. I'm just going to have to take it. Ooh. Oops. That's okay. Pluralize that way? It does too. Now you can see what would have happened if I had picked an I. Wow. Whew. So I think this was the most reasonable play. Look, it's not a disaster by any means. I can just quit anytime I want. Not gonna get a. I'm not gonna get a bonus here with a U. I could do something like Maltz, which scores a lot of points. I don't like this being here because it gives my opponent. I would actually prefer to take the spot without playing the Q if it meant like stopping my opponent from using it, because it's a very, very juicy spot. Look. Now, if my opponent uses that spot, I would actually prefer to play this. Just scores more. Whoa. Big scores. Big scores. What do we got? So, yeah. So 3 moves to 60, 60, okay. So that's kind of demoralizing sometimes to when your opponent gets that. So if my opponent sticks with me in this game, that would actually be really good. Oh, that was my last game. Yeah, okay. It doesn't look like my other game is gonna refresh. I don't know what I would play anyway. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the next turn. Tuna fish. Don't think you're allowed this. This? No. People say it, but it's not a word. FEH here is going to be fine. Alright, that's it for this round of Scrabble games. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.